Hi guys, welcome to Miss Pineapple Cooking Show today. So I want to show you how I make my pernil, and I make it really crunchy. But it's really a long process. It takes me a while, but to figure it out. So this is my pernil that I'm cooking today, and this is about 2 pounds. This is 2 pound pernil. It's a pork shoulder picnic. So I'm gonna start by removing the bag because before I wash it, I have to let me move. Okay, so the way that I do it is I remove as much fat as I can. Sometimes a little hard. You might need to get like a paper towel to hold it, but I don't like all that. So basically that's what I do. And I also separate this skin. So that's how I do my weight. I start removing the fat first. Sometimes you might need a pair of scissors. Sam, down. Sorry, my cat. He jumped. Sam, sorry. That was funny. But yeah, let me see if I can turn it over and show you. Sometimes it's a little hard with the glove, so let me get a paper towel. You do need like something for the grip because it's still moist. And then I just turn my weight up, removing it, and then I'm gonna remove some of this fat as well. So you do have to remove the way that you don't have to remove this that part of the skin, but I do it because I notice when you separate the skin and then you cut through, you make like little squares. When you're cooking it cooks and makes it more crunchy because you got to remember this is a really thick layer, so it takes a while to go in. And it's really cold too because it's not frozen anymore, but I should have removed it out of the refrigerator earlier. So basically you just gotta walk the way around it. You do need a really sharp knife as well. I like to use the one that has like teeth here and no teeth, so it kind of like help me. But my fingers are like freezing for some reason. Well, it's cold here. Today it's only 40 degrees, so it's not that cold, but so then see, this is the hardest part right now where I am, because let me show you. See, sometimes I have to cut it through so I can go in, but I try not to because I'm gonna pull back the entire skin here. But I mean, I know I hear from a lot of people, why go through that, why remove and put it back? But I notice when I do it this way, the skin comes out like so perfect. Like, plus you can wash this better and you know, put all those seasoning ingredients you want to put in, and I think it gets better flavor. So like if I'm not able to do it, I have to. Man. See, I'm halfway done. Sometimes you put the knife through to help you separate the skin, and be careful too, because you know your knife is really sharp, and how is everyone doing today? If you guys want to see more recipe, let me know. It's been a while since I have put recipe videos here. Sam, what are you doing? Oh my god, my cat. I know. Sometimes, so I see, like, just go in here and go like around it. So I'm gonna have to get more paper towel. Just get this right here, because so I gotta find it. Maybe I can flip it now a little bit, you know. So I'm just going around it. I mean, if you guys know a better way, let me know to remove the skin. I am not an expert, but I have tried this and it works for me. Now, if you don't want to go through this, what I'm doing, what you can also do is just like make the lines and leave it attached to the meat. But I'd rather remove it. I have one. I'm trying to go into that edge, making it a little harder for me. See, almost got it, almost got it. And of course, you know, when you have gloves, you still need to watch. You don't want your gloves to go in. So, okay, guys, I got it. I'm so happy. So this is it. This is the skin. See, completely removed. So what I do, you don't have to do this part if you don't want to. I remove a little bit of the fat, the thicker part. I heard that, you know, from others not to remove a lot of fat, because they say that's what gives the flavor. I'm a little picky in that, so let me just get another. So you don't, and this is really hard to remove, so because my knife is sharp, but maybe not sharp is enough like a chef. So I just come in here, grab a little bit of the fat, and remove as much as I can. Because regardless, you're not going to eat that after you cook it. So you're still only eating the skin, like the crunchy part. So why leave so much? So much of it. So you kind of like work around it. And you want to make sure you don't damage the skin. So I think that's why most people doesn't go through that and remove all the fat. The pernil has enough fat anyway, so. And then that's what I do. I just remove as much as I can. And then I'm gonna show you what I do with my pernil. Kind of need another paper towel. You're gonna go, I use a lot of paper towel with this because it's slippery. Oh, he got the roll. He plays a lot, my cat. He learned how to get on top the counter, like when I'm cooking. It's like he knows, he's like, oh, she's gonna cook, and then he jumps before I actually get started doing what I'm going to do, always. So see, I just did what I didn't want to do. So you see how much skin I remove? Just by a little tiny hole. Sure you guys can see it. See right there. So we want to avoid that. I mean, it doesn't hurt. So I think maybe remove a little more on this side. Sometimes it is really thick. This one, it's not that thick, so that's why I kind of damage it. This is a long process, I'm telling you guys. So it's looking better. Let me see this side. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to remove as much as I can, and I come back with you guys. Okay, so we're back. I remove most of the fat, and then now what I'm doing is, which I already started, like making the limes to separate the skin with the fat. You gotta remember the skin composed of 2 layers. So the first layer is just skin, and the bottom part, basically. The second layer, it's connective tissue, fat. Like if you don't cook this very well, it's not gonna get crunchy. So what's gonna happen is it's gonna create a lot of moisture. It's gonna take a lot longer and everything. It's required basically to have a really sharp knife when you're doing this. My knife is not sharp enough, so, but I kind of like managed to most of it. So what I do, I make lines. See, it's taking me almost done. It's taking me a little longer than what I thought. So I kind of like what I do, I just separate the skin as much as I can, and then it's supposed to look like this. It makes it easier when you, that's the hole that we made earlier. It makes it easier when it's cooked. So I'm gonna put that on the side. Let me just cut a few lemons because I'm gonna give it a nice wash. So the way I wash my pernil, I use vinegar and lemon. So, and I soak that in water, remove all that. So let me put that here. And I also make tiny holes, basically like give you like some tenderizing the pernil. So they don't have to be so deep or really big, but I like to do that because I like to infuse my ingredient in. You just turn it over. You remove as much fat as you can. So, plus that's why we want all that flavor inside. Okay, so yeah, I'm gonna continue with this. I'm gonna give it a nice wash, and I come back and show you how I season my pernil. So while my pernil is soaking, I'm gonna show you guys how I do my ingredients. With the help of a blender or anything you have, you don't have to do this step if you don't want to. I prefer to do it because it makes it a lot easier to incorporate the ingredients. So what I'm adding right now, this is green onions. I have, okay, let me just get this one. So I'm gonna cut, this is jalapeno. You don't have to add jalapeno, okay? You can add just green pepper. It's not gonna make it spicy unless if you add a lot of it. And I add my cilantro, a lot of it. I love cilantro, so it's not gonna taste like cilantro either. So, but okay. So now I added my dry ingredients. I'm adding sazón Goya. This is con cilantro y achote. So, just to give a little color to it. 1 whole pack. And I'm gonna add lemon pepper seasoning. I think this, yeah. Well, I guess I grabbed the wrong one in the store. I usually like to buy this without salt. So I have to adjust a little bit, not so much. Because I don't want to make it too salty. So I'm adding Montreal steak seasoning. It has black pepper. This one has salt, so you want to watch that. And I'm gonna add about, see how long there are bay leaves? 2. I'm gonna add like 3 because this will take the flavor away. But let's add 4. They're pretty long. You don't have to blend this. You can actually just add it to it, but I like to add it. So I am adding, of course, my adobo. So I'm just watching for it. And a little bit of reduced chicken boiling cube. If we think we need more flavor after it's done, then we just add something. And I'm using Osmo flaky salt. So I'm just adding a little bit, not so much. Maybe like a teaspoon. And I'm adding fresh oregano, which I gotta use all this because fresh oregano. Organic, that's what I like to use. It gives a better flavor to it. And now, I'm getting my olive oil. You can use olive oil. You can use avocado. Sometimes I use avocado. But I got this one. So you just add in, I don't know if you guys can see it. It's just basically, this will help it be crunchy. See, it's not much, but sometimes, see how little bit I have? Now, I like to add a fresh onion, but I actually thought I had it. Sometimes, because sometimes you need that to help it. So you don't have to add water. But let's see if the blender is able to do it without it. If not, then I might have to add a little bit. And you don't want to add water at this point because you already add the oil, and that's why. Let me just. So now I kind of like wanted to blend that. See, it looks like a paste. I gotta add my garlic. So basically, the way I kind of like work sometimes is I add 1 clove of garlic per pound or 2. But I like garlic, so I'm adding 1, 2, 3. I'm using 12 garlic cloves. They're not even that big, but then we're just gonna blend it again.